In today's video, we'll be revealing a retirement calculator that's so comprehensive, it will completely change how you think about retirement planning and expose gaps you never knew existed. Through working with hundreds of clients who thought they had retirement planning figured out, we discovered that most people are only looking at one piece of the puzzle while ignoring critical factors that could derail the entire plan. That's exactly why we're making this video today, to show you this powerful calculator tool, the 6 different retirement scenarios it analyzes, and while using all of them together will transform your retirement strategy. Let's get right into it. So first, let's discuss the 401k calculator and how it reveals the true power of employer-sponsored retirement plans. So the power behind some of these calculators will show you the benefit of your savings and your growth and the company match in your plan and kind of project out to you what your 401k could be based on some scenarios that we input. So in this situation here, we have an individual who is age 30 and they want to retire at age 65. So in 35 years from now, they want to retire. They're making $100,000 per year now, and they're saving 10% of their salary towards their 401k, which is $10,000. Right now, their 401k balance is $1,000. And we're also making the assumption that they're going to earn, on average, 7% on their money. Based on these scenarios, this individual is going to contribute in their working years 604,000 to their 401k, and they're also going to get a company match. So the company employer match is 50% of their salary, which is 50,000, but they're going to get a match up to 6%. So the company is actually going to contribute an additional $3,000 per year. In this scenario, we're using a salary increase of 3% per year. So each year you make more money, the company's going to contribute more because you're going to be contributing more of your salary towards your retirement, up to 6%. So based on this simple scenario here, this individual who's 30 years old could take a look at this and say, wow, based on these numbers, I potentially could have $2.6 million saved towards my retirement. What's the benefit of this calculator? So one thing I would quickly look at is an individual who's 30 years old who only has $1,000 saved for their retirement may not feel empowered to save more for the retirement. Might seem like a daunting task. Might be something that, hey, I'm only saving $10,000 per year to my 401k. It's never really going to grow to a meaningful number. And as you can see here, the difference it makes at different points. So in this example, we could even turn around and say, what if this individual wasn't as a moderate level of risk, but was a little bit less risky and a little bit more conservative, and they only average 5% per year? All of a sudden, their 2.6 now becomes 1.8 million. That is a pretty drastic difference just off of 2% on an annual return. If the individual was a little bit more aggressive in their saving for their retirement and they save 14% of their salary, now all of a sudden they have 2.3 million still at 5%. So this goes to show you, in an individual, by saving more and what different rates of returns, how much you could potentially save for retirement. We could even use a person who might not be so young, but let's say they're 50 years old. Let's say this individual has, say, 500,000 towards their retirement. And this individual, based on their age, currently having 500,000, earning 5% and putting away $14,000 a year, they're going to have $1.4 million in their retirement. This scenario is designed for an individual who may be looking at saying, this is what I have in my 401k. I want to project out what it's going to be in the next 15 years based on different rates of return. At 7% rate of return, that is now an extra almost $500,000 in a balance. And what I like about this is that it gives you the motivation potentially to start saving more for your retirement, and it gives you an idea of the level of return you're looking for to hit that magic number that you might be thinking in your head for retirement. So the 401k calculator is just the beginning. The Social Security calculator reveals even more shocking truths about retirement income. So how important is Social Security? So let's take a look at, what would happen to your situation if you lost your Social Security benefit in retirement. So here's an individual who's age 45, and this individual is looking to retire at age 65, and their household income is $100,000 per year. They get a projected income increase, an income increase each year of 4%. And currently, they have saved $400,000 towards their retirement, and they're actually saving 10% of their salary towards their retirement. This individual needs about 75% of their salary to live the lifestyle that they're projecting. When we look at these numbers, this will tell us that without Social Security, this individual could potentially run out of money at age 78. So obviously, Social Security is a very important piece of this person's retirement income and their financial well-being and their financial confidence, so to say, being financially independent. In order to get that number up higher past age 78, this individual may need $600,000 saved towards their retirement at today's age. Now you can see what the difference of saving an additional 200,000 would get them out to age 84, okay? But let's go back to the original number of 400,000 that they have saved towards their retirement. Obviously, there's a chance they'd run out at age 78. Based on their income in the 4% increase, they're going to need about $158,000 per year in income. While once they stop working, based on 75% of their last year of working salary of $210,000. So without Social Security, this individual may run out of money at age 78. But with Social Security projections, they wouldn't run out of money until age 96. And based on the 158,000 that this individual may need, 82,000 would be provided by Social Security based on this scenario. So this goes to show you how important understanding your Social Security timeline is. Also understanding the influence of inflation. Your expenses increase by 4% each year. Your salary's increasing each year, and you're spending 75% of that salary. So this calculator is going to show us the importance of Social Security, but on top of it is the timing of Social Security, when you want to turn on Social Security, what the benefit is. So I see a lot of value inside here, but coincide with the 401k calculator, now the Social Security calculator, you start to have a few moving parts, but this is a tool that someone can run through and take a look at some different scenarios that they might have additional questions to. So as you can see, Social Security concerns are real. But we're going to take a look at the retirement savings calculator next. And that's going to show whether your nest egg can actually last during your lifetime. So let's just jump right into the retirement savings longevity calculator. So this is an example of a person who has saved $1 million. And this individual is looking at maybe withdrawing $40,000 per year from their retirement. And we have an after-tax rate of return of 6%, and then an expected inflation or spending increase each year by 4%. Based on this individual's numbers, their $1 million would last 33 years and 11 months in their retirement. Now, if this individual wanted to mess around and say, well, 33 years is well past my life expectancy, I may want to spend, additional 65 up to 65,000. Maybe I want to spend more, enjoy my retirement even more so. Now all of a sudden that additional 25,000 in income, their money will last 18 years and 2 months. So Maybe they might feel, 33 years seemed like a really long time, but now all of a sudden 18 years seems like a really short window before their money runs out. So we can maybe then factor in what does 55,000 per year looks like, and all of a sudden you'll be able to fund 22 years in 4 months. Now, this is hypothetical. This is based on scenarios. So, what you want to make sure that you understand is how much risk is your portfolio earning? Is your positions, set up in a way that you could potentially earn 6% after tax returns? And inflation of 4%. Inflation of 4% is a healthy inflation. As you've seen in years past, inflation has gotten much higher than that at times. If we go back to our original example of $40,000 per year, which is the 4% withdrawal rule, this individual will be able to fund 33 years, 11 months, almost 34 years of retirement income from their $1 million before they ran out of money. Once again, this is a nice tool to take a look at and kind of see what type of spending and how long your money will last in different scenarios with different inflation rates, different withdrawal rates, different returns. And you could even start with a different number. Let's say an individual wasn't able to save the $1 million that this individual saved, but they saved maybe 700,000. What does that look like? This individual, 700,000, may be able to fund, 21 years of their retirement and not run out of money. So once again, these numbers, these calculators are nice for you to input some of your personal and tailored made numbers into these situations. But we also want to make sure that they're hypothetical and it doesn't take the type of investments that you have and your actual rate of returns into consideration when we're using these calculators. So now that you understand how these calculators expose retirement planning gaps, fill out the questionnaire in the description and we'll send you a video analyzing your specific situation, showing you how to optimize your retirement plan. So what action steps should you take based on what these calculators reveal? Well, the first thing is to understand that these calculators have limitations to them. They don't take your individual circumstances into consideration. They don't take a deeper dive into taxable, non-taxable, and oftentimes they don't work in conjunction with each other. So how do you use all these calculators together for comprehensive retirement planning? Well, start with the retirement planning calculator to assess your overall trajectory. You want to use the 401k and the IRA calculators to optimize savings and account strategies. You want to run the Social Security calculator to understand benefit timing and vulnerability. Apply the retirement savings and income calculators to test your withdrawal strategies. What action steps should you take based on what these calculators reveal? Work with a financial advisor to identify gaps in your current retirement planning that need immediate attention. Adjust your savings rate and investment strategy based on the calculator results, and optimize your account allocation between traditional and Roth options. Create a contingency plans for Social Security reductions or other income disruptions. Now that you understand how this comprehensive calculator suite can reveal gaps and opportunities in your retirement planning, you can create a more robust and realistic retirement strategy. If you want help interpreting these calculated results and optimizing your retirement plan based on what they reveal, fill out the questionnaire in the description and we'll send you a video analyzing your specific situation and show you how to optimize your retirement plan. We'll see you in the next video.